Hello everybody, it's Hardware again with a unboxing of something I've been waiting for. We have coming up the Boba Fett throne room. If you guys remember the Book of Boba Fett, unfortunately for me I was not a fan, but a lot of good stuff came out of it. They have the throne room, which to give you a little bit of a detail now, is that dais that you see Bib Fortuna on. You can swap that out with the soon-to-be released Jabba the Hut version, and it goes under the same archway. So that's going to be actually kind of a cool thing to have. Real quick, this boxing is just so cool. I'm not really one to bother. I usually just tear the stuff open. But the photos and the information on the box, very well done in my opinion. Alright, so I've cut the tape. I am not a professional, I've said that before. I just do this as a record and because occasionally I have looked for stuff myself and wanted to see if it was worthwhile. So if somebody sees this and decides whether or not they want to get it, then all the better for them. So this video, since I am not a professional and this is a lot of stuff on the inside, I'm sure is going to be a little bit of a pause and pull out and pause and pull out. So I apologize if you're not a fan of that, but here we go. First I'm going to show you the way it's set up on the inside. I did take a quick little peek. We have, looks like 3 pull-out sleeves of a sundry stuff. You got 1, you'll pull the flap down, 2, and then 3. And then you can pull the sleeves out and it'll have all the goodies inside. So stand by and I will pull them out. Alright, now from the box, we had the 3 sleeves. I guess if I wanted to be extra picky, I would have said why not have a picture of whatever is on the inside of the sleeve on the outside of the box. Just a missed opportunity, but doesn't really matter either way. Just thought it would be kind of cool when I was pulling them out. And we'll open up the small one first. Alright, there's Fatty Bib Fortuna. This looks like all of the stuff that'll be on the dais, like all the food and sundry accessories that'll be on there. So we'll probably deal with that one last. Here we have the giant arch and the dais, looks like it's underneath. And that looks like the base. So I guess we'll tear through that one first. Alright, give me 1 second to get everything out. We'll take a look. Alright, so the first box looks like the steps and the ground area for where the dais will slide into in here. And then all the stuff can be in the background. This looks like the back scene that we will snap together. I'm sure the instructions are probably very full of how to do it, so we'll take care of that here in a second. But that's what comes out of the first box. Alright, on the inside of the second box we have the dais, which is really actually cool. On the bottom of it we have rollers, wheels that'll let it go and move without a problem. We have Bib Fortuna or Boba Fett's throne. These look like probably be part of the backdrop or something. Oops, sorry about that. Part of the backdrop. We'll see what happens. And we'll move on to the accessory box next. Alright, so the third and final box has got Bib Fortuna, fatty version. It's cool. He's got the cloth robes and whatnot, obviously, so he can sit. Looks like one of Salacious Crumb's relatives cooking on the Barbie here. We got some ribs, sundry other stuff. I'm not going to open up each individual bag. There are so many small pieces that I don't want them rolling around while I'm snapping all of these large pieces together. So as soon as I have it assembled, we'll put some of the stuff in there and then get it up on the shelf as soon as I clear out a spot. All right, I will be right back. All right, let me turn this. Hopefully that doesn't screw up YouTube. Never mind. We have it together. I had to put it together a little backwards, and I'll show you why in a second. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. We have the dais, like I said. This thing rolls in nicely, goes under, fits, and set the throne up. On the top, what I thought may be a backdrop, that is the top grating here. If you do get this and put this together, just so you're aware, there is a short and a long. This is a longer piece here, and this is a shorter piece that goes in to this as well as this. That way they fit better. So it took a second to make sure we got fixed right. Sorry about that. All right, so that's what we have so far. That's kind of the bare bones naked version of the Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett throne room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some pulling off the shelves, get this set up, and then we'll put some of the accessories in there, and we'll see what the final product looks like. I will say, all in all, this is a really cool set. I am not a Denzian of Star Wars necessarily fan, but after this set was made available, after this set was made available, I did not get it. And then when they had Jabba the Hut as a Black Series, I got in Jabba the Hut as a Black Series because most of my stuff, all the people and all that, and I have more downstairs. This is just my current wall until the basement's done. I got in the Black Series Jabba the Hut, and when I learned that the vintage Jabba the Hut comes with this dais, and then you can plug and play depending on how you wanted to do your setup, I actually thought that was really cool. Then, unfortunately, the collector in me said, well, Jabba needs his people. So I went and got a whole bunch of the Denzians from the courtyard that would be around him, and the dancers, and it spiraled out of control. But that is unfortunately how I collect. So we'll get this set up so you guys can see the finished product. I think this is worth it. It's a big set, and it's pretty well put together. It's not thin. I am pushing on this to see if I can break it. Not that I want to break it, obviously, but shy of you falling on it, it isn't just going to crack. They did a good job. All right, then you give me several pretend speedy minutes, and I will clear off a spot, and I will set it all up. All right, just to keep it going a little bit, I forgot. I never did an unboxing because it was a small set, but it's one of Jabba's side rooms, obviously, that has Han Solo. It's got a magnet, so it can be no Solo or Solo hanging. And then as we're going through right now, we're putting up all the stuff. And then right below the throne room, we'll have, it's a Felucian Rancor, but it's a Rancor. And then his Guardian. The one cool thing I will say, I'm one of those that is, everything has a place for a reason. And so I put things the way they're supposed to be. And you would look on a box and kind of arrange how you want stuff to be arranged. But they actually have instructions on where to put stuff, if you so choose. And I thought that was really cool. I got to give them props for doing that. So, all right, give me another minute, and hopefully we'll be done. All right, guys, here we go. It is the finished product. I put Efont Man. That's Jabba the Hutt's chief security advisor for the Jabba's palace. But we have Bib on his throne, and all his robes are cloth, which are really actually kind of neat. You have all the little minute details. It looks like a bag of money. Yeah, get some credits going. You've got a little protocol droid head in the back. Like I said, you got one of Salacious Crumb's people on the Barbie. They actually have in the instructions that in the back here, not that you care, but in the back here, those ribs can be put on where he's hanging to be on top of the flames. So there we have it. Probably add a couple seconds when I put all the people up. There's a lot of people I've gotten for this. But that's the unboxing. I think they did a great job. Oh, on a side note, there's really nothing to say that's bad, other than there's 10,000 little itty bitty pieces. So if you have babies, this is not something to have around. But if you notice, you have kind of a clay color for this side of Jabba's palace, and then this is more of a brown clay, if that makes sense to you, version of the throne room. I really wish they would have kept everything one color and maybe even made the pieces go together to make one gigantic set. But it may have been an afterthought. They made this and then they decided they were going to do this, and so that wasn't even an option. But if I were to say anything bad, that's the only thing I would say is bad. Otherwise, this is really cool. Glad I got it. Looking forward to putting Jabba in there instead of Bib. And maybe we can drop some people down here to the Rancor. What do you say? All right, thanks for watching. All right, guys, and here we have, just real quick, the finished product. I have added people. For those of you that are a little OCD when it comes to whether it's canon or facts, yes, there is some of the guys in here that are from the Mos Eisley Cantina and not directly from Jabba's palace. But I'm assuming if you're on Tatooine, you're probably involved with Jabba at some point in time. And you'll also notice I do not have Max Reboot Band. They want ridiculous prices for that, and I don't understand why. But it's only the thing I'm looking for that is extra. Everything else is cost and no big deal. But the major things I'm trying to find are always ridiculous prices. So I'll have to wait, and eventually we'll come up with that. But anyway, that's where we're at. As you can see from the top, I had moved some things out and moved some things over. Got all the helmets. And then, I finally had gotten my unicorn, my Lambda shuttle. I didn't do an unboxing for that, probably should have, but there we go. My wall until the basement is done. The wife said I could cram as much as I wanted to into it, so I did. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.